Salut Poilu, this is El Pistachio, and today we're taking a break from Age of Mythology, considering that the last game didn't go so well. And here's something actually I want to try out for some time now, but back when I had the idea, my computer was not powerful enough. So I want to find out if this feature on DeviantArt called DreamUp, which is an AI thing, if it can make better Fakemon than I can design them. So first, I think we should probably, for anyone who doesn't know, we should probably explain what a Fakemon is. So essentially, it's a Pokemon, but invented by the general public, rather than by Game Freak. Fakemon have existed for a very long time, ever since the first generation. Uh, and the designs vary based on the artist. Some of them are faithful to the design, some of them are, well, they have questionable designs. That's all I can say. But we're not talking about other people's. We're talking about mine, and unfortunately, mine I think fall in the category of not faithful to the whole Ken Sugimori design. But we'll uh, we'll see if that can be resolved with Dream Up. So what I would like to explore is actually the first ever Pokemon region I officially came up with. It's called Hageto. It's based on the entire Isle of England and what was essentially supposed to be Ireland, but this little island here is actually based more on Scotland. Essentially, this was a first attempt to create a Pokemon region, and I didn't have a proper uh, idea of what England actually was. I mean, none of these towns actually based on any real towns except this one, which is based on London. And this was a drawing from the from you can see here from way back from 2013. So the whole map design of the map itself is not that good in my opinion. I've actually remade the map, which turned out a lot better, but that's not what we're here for. We're gonna see if we can fix the first group of starter Pokemon of the region, which is this line here. So these are my grass starters I came up with based on red squirrels, and for that my first region actually came up with this gimmick, which was that all the starters had they had the usual types of grass, fire, and water, but they had their colors swapped around. So this is not a shiny. This was supposed to be the actual color. So this is the one you'd be given by the local professor, middle evolution, final form. Let's see if I have... Yeah, so it's Squeecorn, Squircorn, or Squircorn. I forgot how to pronounce that actually, it's been so long. And Foresquirl. So how Dream Up works is that you can enter prompts for it to recreate your create a drawing for you using artificial intelligence, quote unquote. While I'm not a big fan of AI and the problems it causes with people losing their jobs, I still think it's a fun little way to experiment with how a computer can interpret things. So first we're gonna pick a art style. You know what? I think we're gonna go back to the anime one that we saw right here. I don't remember what these prompts do, so we're gonna leave them alone for now. So what I'm gonna try to do is describe the starter first and see if Dream Up can recreate it accurately enough. So we have a starter Pokemon based on a red squirrel with a round face and acorn shell for a helmet, stubs for arms, a golden leaf for its tail. Oops. Paws sprouting directly. Actually, no legs, just feet. Yellow circle on belly. Small black eyes. Oh, I should probably specify Ken Sugimori style. Oops, not Ki Sugimori. I better capitalize this. I need to type better. I used to have a I used to practice with a typing software when preparing to do jobs interviews, but I haven't needed that for a year. What else? How else can I describe this guy? Small black nose, mouth open with a single tooth. I think someone once pointed out to me, he looks like a happy tree friend, which unfortunately I can't unsee now. Small ears poke through helmet. I know there's a limit to this box, but we're going to put in as much as we can to reduce the amount of error. Slight shine to acorn helmet. What else? Small yellow spots on stubs. Oh, actually, where hands would be. Honestly, I think that pretty much sums it up. Oh, grass type. And cute. Okay, so I'm gonna have this generated now. It's gonna take, as you can see, it's gonna take 60 seconds, 120 llama hops according to this. But we're gonna fast forward, and I'll show you the new results, or the results right now. Okay, a little too realistic for my taste. Looks more like a Disney character than a Pokemon. Okay, so the first attempt gave it a sweater or scarf for some reason, and it looks like it's holding some tools. It's clearly been given some legs for some reason. There's leaves in the background instead of as a tail. Oh, the eyes look nice. No tooth though. Yeah, no acorn helmet. I think it's supposed to be this. This is what's supposed to be the helmet. Maybe I should have specified it's on his head. It looks like it looks kind of like Pomni actually. If Pomni was more detailed. Okay, so yeah, this is flat out Disney. This is not a Pokemon anymore. I mean, it has the tiny whiskers, like instead of the fleshy one, like Meowth. This is not a leaf. Claws, tough. This is a disappointment. That's what it is. And finally, well, this one went all out and put some more things in the background too. So there's acorn over the floor, and what appears to be a half acorn, half squirrel hybrid. I wonder if those are its babies. There's a little heart-shaped cookie in its hands. It has 3 toes on this foot, and another 3 toes, each with 2 nails. This is more like a tail of a raccoon or something. There's another tail on the back of its head. I did not specify how many markings on its head, but I guess this is supposed to be the shine. Well, you know what? While we're at it, let's explore the creatures in the back. This looks like a cross between a banana and a boomerang. This... I have no idea how to even describe that. It looks like it has 2 eyes. One of them is misplaced. Giant fluffy scarf. And it's like it's holding something with a giant arm. Or maybe that's meant to be a tail. And, excuse me. And this is another one like this one, except minus the giant arms. Okay, so we're not exactly off to a good start. But, I mean, honestly, I guess I should be asking you guys. Do you think the computer did a better job than me? Or is this the better looking Fakemon, even though there's all kinds of wrong with this? Okay, we'll try again with the middle stage now. Okay, so this guy here, Fakemon, with a acorn shell for a helmet, a long vine with a leaflet sprouts from the top. 3 okay, based on a red squirrel with 2 long fluffy ears barely sprouting from the helmet. I can already think of how many things this can go wrong. Oh, how many ways this can go wrong. Small black eyes. 1 single tooth in mouth. Mischievous look on face. Long yellow... long golden leaf for its tail. Long legs with red paws at the end. Long arms, medium length arms with yellow fingers. 3 leaf-shaped spots on belly. Specify the yellow spots. What else? What can I learn from this? Oh yeah, again, Ken Sugi. I'm out of room. That thing specifying Ken Sugamori is probably important. Or an acorn. Well, actually, what if we don't write Ken Sugamori? What could possibly go wrong, right? Okay, let's give it a go. I'll be back with you when the timer runs out. Well, it's supposed to be a middle stage, but it doesn't look all that different from the previous one. Okay. Well, it still does not have a helmet, but it has what appears to be a shard or shrapnel stuck in its forehead, so I don't give him much time on this world. But there's a... Well, maybe that's the helmet. Maybe I took it off. I guess the legs are a little longer. The arms are medium length, but there's no yellow spots at the end. No yellow spots on his belly either. I think Ken Sugamori made removing that prom made a difference. The tail is pretty long. Again, otherwise it's just a generic squirrel drawing. Not off to a good start. Okay, this looks a little more berserk. It looks like it has 2 tails. One of them is very floofy, the other one is golden. It looks like it has a lot of cholesterol in its stomach. One of his feet is a bit off from the leg. Again, it did not specify any patterns on his face. I don't know why he's been insisting on putting one there. I guess that's kind of like a helmet, and there's a golden leaf, but there's no vine. But it does have long, fluffy ears, so at least I got that part right. Still don't like what it did with the whiskers. And still no tooth either. It does not want to put a tooth in this thing's mouth. Last one. Why does it keep putting a jetpack on it? Or whatever that is. It's like either a jetpack or some kind of military gear. I think I see a tooth this time, or that could just be shading. And still no helmet. The long fluffy ears are there though. Long fluffy tail. Legs are too short. I don't think this AI can replace me. It certainly is not following my instructions all that well. Maybe half of them. Okay, now to wrap things up, let's try the last stage. It's going to be quite a challenge to put all of that in such a small box, but we'll give it our best shot. Okay. Fakemon. Let's try Kensuke Mori again. Style. 3 branches sprouting from it. A forehead with lots of leaves running down its neck and back. Long snout. Large, dark red Canadian leaf. Maple leaf for a tail. Yeah, I don't get why I didn't also make the tail golden like the others. I think that was a design choice I really regret. Long arms with dark claws. Single tooth. Serious look on face. Yellow circles around eyes. Large, heavy legs and feet. And clawed feet. Based on red squirrel. Long, fluffy rabbit ears. Yellow belly. Spots. Large circles on thighs. Is that everything? Yep. I'm sure it's sufficient for my taste. One more time. Well, not very serious. It went again for the whole cute factor, but let's see. Oh, there's the branch. I guess making a branch is easier than making a helmet. For some reason, its forearms have been fused together. It has lots and lots of claws. I think it suffers from a little bit of polydactylism. No maple leaf. I guess there's one, but it's not its tail like I wanted it to. It actually looks more like a fox than a red squirrel, but it does have long ears. I mean, I kind of like this one, how it looks, but it's not very faithful again to my design. There's a leaf spread out of its back of its head instead of the top of it. And long whiskers on the right, tiny ones on the left. Okay, what else we got? Oh, this one's chunky. It has armpit hair too. Okay, and a single claw right here. At least it has claws. The legs are pretty close, but it's a little longer. Though realistic. Oh my. Truth be told, if it was a real Pokemon, it probably would look like that rather than the ones I picked. I like what it did with the tail here, but that would have belonged on the back of his head. Although it has a maple leaf on the tip, so that's a good start. It's very muscular too. Those actually look like a... I think the arms have been improved, honestly. And I do like what it did here. The ears look a bit like Vulpix ears. So again, some fox-like traits have been found in here. Oh, not bad. I think of all the ones it generated, this is probably the closest one to an actual Pokemon I've seen so far. But there's one more to look at. And, well, no, that is not a final form. That could have been either a middle stage or like a like a like a mythical, or if anything. So he has the long ears, but those aren't branches. It looks like it has either two horns, or maybe that's I guess that's actually the other tail. And it has like large crystal sprouting at an angle here. No yellow circles around his eyes, but that has the yellow belly and all that. Arms too short. Leg length is right, but it's probably a little too realistic for a Pokemon. And I don't think any of this tail is not a squirrel tail. I mean, it's again, it's very fox-like more, but it's missing that little bend at the end that's typical of cartoon squirrels. And it has put maple leaves everywhere except on the design itself. Is that a tooth? It looks like it has a black tooth instead of black claws like I asked for. You know what? I think I'm safe. I don't think AI will replace me when it comes to designing Fakemon, even though mine designs are not that good. But we'll leave it at that for now. Again, I have a limit of 10 prompts per day, unless they've changed the rules since. But if this video gets enough traction, I'm gonna work on future Fakemon I've designed. I mean, a whole region worth of them to do. Okay, my point is, if you want to see the fire starters next, you know, the usual. I don't want to be myself. Yeah, I talked too much. Video's over now. Bye.